This is Jerusalem, around the year 30 AD, a city at the edge of the largest empire on earth. It sits on a ridge in the Judean hills, fortified by walls, surrounded by valleys, dominated by one building, the Second Temple, the holiest site in Judaism, so sacred that the entire city exists to serve it. Rome controls this land, has done for decades, but controlling Jerusalem is unlike control in any other province. Here, religion is law. It is identity. It is politics. It is why people are willing to die. Right now, the most dangerous week of the year is about to begin. The city fills with pilgrims. Judea is governed by a Roman prefect named Pontius Pilate. He is based in Caesarea on the coast. Pilate does not come to Jerusalem often, but during major festivals he moves here with extra troops. His primary job is simple: prevent rebellion, collect taxes, keep the peace. Everything else is entirely secondary. The Antonia fortress stands at the northwest corner of the temple. Soldiers watch the crowds from its towers. This is not a symbolic presence. It is military. Romans can deploy into the temple courtyard within minutes. Rome has learned that Judea is volatile. Religious passion here runs deeper than anywhere else in the empire. There have been uprisings before. In 40 years, this entire city will be destroyed by Roman legions. But nobody here today knows that. The tension is quieter for now. A slow burn beneath the surface. The temple dominates everything, built by Herod the Great over decades. The most ambitious project in antiquity. Its walls rise 40 meters above the valley. The platform on top covers more ground than city blocks. Pilgrims arriving from the countryside see it from kilometers away. White limestone and gold gleaming in the sun. Inside there are courtyards within courtyards, each one more restricted than the last. Gentiles, women, men, priests. At the center stands the Holy of Holies, so sacred that only one person may enter once a year: the high priest. On the Day of Atonement, alone, behind a heavy curtain into the presence of God. For the people here, this is literally where heaven meets earth. Not a metaphor, the center of everything. The temple is also an economic engine. Thousands of priests, guards, musicians, and workers serve here daily. Animal sacrifice is the core ritual. Lambs, doves, bulls, purchased in the courtyards and slaughtered by strict rules. Money changers sit at the entrance. Roman coins bearing the emperor's image cannot be used inside the temple. The priestly families control all of this. Not just religious leaders. They are the political elite of Jerusalem. Beyond the temple, the city itself is cramped, noisy, and surprisingly small. Perhaps 60,000 permanent residents. Streets are narrow and unpaved. Limestone houses, 1 or 2 rooms. Flat rooftops serve as extra living space. Water is always a concern. Cisterns, aqueducts, and ritual immersion pools called mikvaot are carved into rock. Markets sell grain, oil, dried fish, pottery, and textiles. The smell of livestock is everywhere and constant. The population is diverse even within Judaism. Pharisees, Sadducees, Essenes, Zealots, each with a different vision. Pharisees teach in synagogues and emphasize oral law. Sadducees control the temple and reject the idea of resurrection. Zealots believe that armed rebellion against Rome is a religious duty. Some carry hidden daggers beneath their robes. Underneath it all, a shared hope that God will intervene, that a Messiah will come, that occupation will end. This hope is not abstract, it is political. It is dangerous, and the Romans know it very well. Passover is the most important festival of the year. It commemorates the liberation of the Israelites from Egypt. The symbolism is obvious. A story about freedom from empire, told every year under a new empire. Before Passover, the population of Jerusalem swells enormously. Perhaps 200,000 or 300,000 visitors arrive. They come from across the province and from Jewish communities throughout the Mediterranean. Aramaic, Hebrew, Greek. The Romans increase the garrison. Pilate moves to Jerusalem. Extra soldiers line the walls and patrol every street. Every Passover carries the risk of unrest. Large crowds, intense emotion, memories of liberation. One spark is enough. The high priests understand this. Their authority depends on keeping calm. If there is trouble, Rome will blame them. In the days before the festival, word spreads through the pilgrim camps. A teacher from Galilee is approaching. His name is already known in the region. He has drawn large crowds, healings, teachings, confrontations with authorities. Galilee is not Jerusalem. It is rural, poorer, and has a reputation for producing troublemakers and would-be prophets. When he enters the city, something remarkable happens. Crowds line the road. They spread cloaks on the ground. Some call him the Son of David. And not a casual greeting. It is a royal title, a messianic claim. The authorities notice immediately. Both the priestly establishment and the Roman garrison take note of this arrival. He arrives with no army and makes no political speeches. But the crowd's reaction speaks louder than any words. Within days, the tension escalates. He enters the temple courtyard and disrupts the tables of the money changers. This is not a minor disruption. The temple economy is the foundation of the priestly family's power and wealth. He teaches publicly in the temple courts, drawing crowds, challenging the authority of the priests on their ground. The council begins to discuss the problem. This man is popular. Arresting him publicly risks the unrest they fear. The political calculation is clear. One death is preferable to a Roman response that could destroy thousands of lives. This is not personal hatred. It is political logic. The same calculation that occupied peoples have always faced. They need to act quietly, before the festival reaches its peak, before things spiral completely out of control. It happens on a Thursday evening, after dark. Outside the walls, in a grove of trees on the hillside, one of his followers agrees to identify him to the arresting party. The price is 30 silver coins. Temple guards arrive with torches and weapons. The arrest is swift. His followers scatter into the darkness entirely. He is taken to the house of the high priest. A hearing begins before dawn. The charge is blasphemy. Witnesses disagree. Their testimony is inconsistent. Under the law, this should mean dismissal. But it does not matter. By early morning, the council has decided he must go to Rome. Only Rome can impose a death sentence. Pilate receives him at first light. The charge is different now. Not blasphemy, but sedition. Claiming kingship. Pilate understands. This is a local political problem handed to him. He has no interest in religious disputes. But a claim of kingship is something Rome must take seriously. Any challenge to imperial authority cannot be ignored. According to the accounts, Pilate hesitates. He finds no clear basis for execution. But the pressure mounts. Release this man and risk a riot during Passover. Or execute him and keep the peace. The choice. For a Roman prefect, the answer is obvious. Order must be maintained above all. The sentence is death. The method is crucifixion. A standard Roman punishment for political crimes. Designed to be public, slow, and humiliating. He is led through the streets to a site outside the city walls, a barren hilltop above the road. Roman soldiers carry out the sentence. 2 others are executed alongside him, criminals or insurgents. The sources differ. Crowds gather. Some mourn, some watch in silence. Soldiers stand guard and divide his clothing among themselves. By mid-afternoon, it is over. His body is placed in a borrowed tomb before sunset, before the Sabbath. To the Romans, this is routine. Another provincial execution during a festival, one of thousands across the empire. The next day is the Sabbath. The city is quiet. The festival continues. Romans remain at their posts. His followers are scattered and terrified. Their leader is dead. The movement appears to be over before it began. The high priests return to their duties. Pilate prepares to leave Jerusalem for Caesarea.
We cannot keep this to
Business as
ourselves.
usual. But something changes in the days that follow. His followers begin to reappear. They make an extraordinary claim. Whether you believe that claim or not, what happens next is historical fact. A movement begins. Within decades, it reaches Rome. Within 3 centuries, it becomes the official religion of the empire. The temple will be destroyed by Roman armies in 70 AD. It is never rebuilt, not to this day. The priesthood that condemned him ceases to exist. The empire that crucified him eventually adopts his teachings. Jerusalem will be fought over for 2,000 years. Romans, Persians, Arabs, Crusaders, Ottomans, and more. All because of what began here, in this small, ancient city, during one single Passover week. If there is a moment in history you want brought back to life, let me know. Thank you.